All right, Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakha Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I like to say Shalom to the elect that teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. And yeah, today, I just want to get into a lesson on how pretty much Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is at his height of desperation. You know, you can't lose sight that the so-called white man also is acknowledging that he's fallen as well. And that's why you have draconian laws being passed. That's why you got a new strain of that thing, the Delta. See, that's not for no reason. This man know he's about to kick the bucket, and he's clawing tooth and nail. His blood, sweat, and tears. He's exhausting all resources to keep his head above water. And if he got to kill everybody in sight, he with it, man. And that's what we seeing now. The desperation of the devil. So matter of fact, I start all this in the book of 2 Corinthians 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. See? Which is the adversary. Which, that's talking about the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan, the so-called white man, lest he should once again, put us in this hardcore bondage, because that's what he's trying to do as well. Lest he should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, so as you can see, what's overthrowing this man's plans, his devices. You being in the know. See, one thing about it, that's what's really overthrowing the so-called white man. This light, this information that we have, which is this truth, the testimony of Yahushua. This is how we're overcoming this devil, man. Darkness was the thing that maintained his kingdom. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick, just because this is the first thing this nigga did when he came back into power. Lie. Revelations 20, verse 7, and it reads, and the 1,000 years were expired. See, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. So after those 1,000 years, that pretty much really after the end of the Byzantine Empire, this man will come back into power. He will be loosed out of his prison. It said, and shall go out to deceive the nations. So that was the first thing this man done, was to deceive the nations, man. Because he got up through the sword, through war, but to keep his head above water, to maintain everything. He deceived the nations, That's why you got a Moabite calling himself Chinese, a Hamite calling himself African. You Israelites calling yourselves African American. Oh, even himself, he called himself white. To throw everything off. And that's just scratching the surface. But light has been shed on these things. This is what's combating him. And this is why you see this man is more antsy now. He's been, like I said, he's becoming more aggressive. Because now he can't lie to you no more, man. Matter of fact, it's another one. Let's see. It's that song. Bear with me, Psalm 58. Psalms, chapter 58, verse. Matter of fact, I start at 1. Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? And this is talking about the so-called white man. Because he's in power. But you see the results of this man being in power. He's not speaking righteousness. Look at his laws and legislation. This man got laws on the book to protect the LGBTQ, you know. And they'll dare you to say something. They're gonna throw, if you got a platform, any type of voice, you better not say nothing against them people. Because they're gonna shit on your name, they're gonna drag you through the mud, you know? And this man do not judge uprightly, man. You know? That's why you see the destitute condition the planet Earth, and with everything within it is in, man. Because this man don't judge uprightly. It says, yeah, in heart ye work wickedness. See? In which it starts with this man and his secret counsels, and it plays out. See, we seeing the thoughts of Esau playing out. When you look at America, this system, how everything played out. Just a nigga going to Starbucks. All that is really the mind of Esau playing out. It start with these different secret councils, and then they put laws on the books. Then you see it play out. All the way up to trends. All the way down to trends. It was an old Edomite that came up saying, you know what, let's make skinny leg jeans a thing now. It says, yeah. It's like, it said, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. See, so they'll let you know this man got the power to bring forth peace. But what's his blessing? The sword. And that's what we about to see. We finna see that play out in its height. All the way down to this man, his military, to his, you know, those drones and mechanical dogs. All the way up to this world war when those missiles be shot off in the ends of the world, man. You know? It said the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. See, so what it said, they go astray from the womb or the pit. You know, that's all it is. This, once this man came into power, this nigga went astray. He didn't go according to the law, statutes, commandments. He cast them behind him. And it said as soon as they be born, as soon as this man got into power, he was speaking lies, man. So this is how he maintained, you know, his kingdom. But since the light have set upon the planet Earth, he's now being exposed. And this is what's going to contribute to the wrath. See, this is frustrating. You've been lying this whole time. Somebody that got the truth is telling everybody you a liar and showing proof that you a liar. Got a precept. And then tell you why you a liar. You know? This is what's going to contribute to the wrath of the devil. This is what's going to contribute to this man bringing forth his military. And you seeing it by the way of this man coming in the name of health. You know, it's somehow, it's a new strain of the thing. The Delta variant. You can't lose sight. This man is at desperation mode. He knowing his spirit, he about to kick the bucket, man. You know? He knowing his spirit, he about to kick the bucket, man. So what's next? You know? Coming down with great wrath. Because he can't lie to you no more. So what else? So matter of fact, what's that? Job 5. Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty. See, it said he disappointed the devices of the crafty, meaning what? This man, his plans, you know, everything he been working hard for, these secret councils, these different goddamn plots and plans and schemes, this man have pretty much invested in and put his time, money, and resources into to have advantage over us, to throw us into that pit, to have us as perpetual slaves, you know? But the Lord is disappointing those things. Why? Because of this information, this truth. It says, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And that's why you seeing this man is dragging this thing along. Because at the end of the day, he ain't getting nowhere. He running to another stop sign. He running to another roadblock. Every avenue he take. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. Because the Lord is not allowing this man to have his free course. This is Job 18:7. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. See? So meaning what? This is narrow. This man and his fucking plans, he can't run to the left no more. You can't run to the right. You can't turn here, turn. You gotta go now. It's like a maze. Once you run into that wall, you ain't got no choice but to make that right now. But that's what the Lord is doing. The Lord is actually leading this man to his own destruction. Matter of fact, continue on. It says, the steps of his strength shall be straight, and his own counsel shall cast him down. See? Yeah, because now you ain't do this. Now you back at the mean. And you came up with another plan, but that even put you more in a hole. That's what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is doing. And this is what's going to contribute to this man's wrath. When you ain't got nothing else, and now you got to go for the big play. The money shot. Which is ultimately sending forth his military, man. And then you're going to know then he's desperate. Then you're going to know that the so-called white man felt like he had no choice but to do it, man. But it starts by the way of having this truth, this information coming out and sudden upon the planet Earth. And this man, like I said, he's acknowledging that he's about to kick the bucket as well. That's why you hear him screaming more and more. He's weeping louder and louder through his rhetoric, through his media. The laws and legislation this man passed forth. That's Esau crying out. Because he know he finna kick the bucket. Job 5:13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. See? Hey, even with the internet, the Lord set that up. Had Esau to bring forth the internet was this old technology to snare him, man. To expose him. He's been taking his own devices. It says, so that their hands, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong, meaning what is being rushed, is hastening now. He's leaping before he look now. Because time is not on his side. This man is racing against the clock. Oh, that's why I said, matter of fact, we got to get it now. Revelation 12. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. And it reads, therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he have but a short time. See, so that lets you know the so-called white man know he about to fall out of power. He know he about to kick the bucket. And that's what's going to contribute to the route. That's what's going to contribute to you seeing MRAPs in the streets and drones and mechanical dogs and sentinels and crazy shit like that. Because he know he got a short time. He know he's about to fall out of power. Why? Because his plans and his schemes and his devices are not working. Why? Because it is truth. And that's why it tells you when you jump down to the 17th verse, who this man's going to come after. The one that had the testimony of Yahushua, the one that have this information. But at the end of the day, this man is in desperation mode. And we can't lose sight of that. Yeah, there's another strain coming out. They finna say, dealing with the requirements, so-called, the mandatory jabs, and they ain't got nothing to do with anything. This man trying to stay in the power, man. Yeah, he can come in the name of health, but he really trying to stay in power, man. Him sending forth that military is for him to stay in the power, man. But it's already set in stone. He gonna lose. You know what I mean? So this Job 5 and 14, it said they meet with darkness in the daytime. See, so meaning what? Everything, those secrets are now being exposed. The things that you're speaking in your bed chamber is now on the forefront. You thought you were just pillow talking, now that pillow talk is on the internet. See, now it's common knowledge who the Illuminati is. It's common knowledge to know what the agenda of the so-called white man, these elites are, to depopulate the planet Earth and also to tag everyone by the way of that thing, man. That's common knowledge now. That's something that's everybody knows. It was a point in time where it was Illuminati tapes floating through the hood. Now Jake talking about the Rothschilds. So now this man is being exposed. It says, and grope in the noonday as in the night, because now he's reaching. See, the so-called white man don't do well when truth is out. He's a nocturnal animal. When light is shed, now he can't really maneuver how he wants. And that's why you're seeing another strain coming forth. He's reaching, or he might come up with a false flag. And it's sloppy. But he don't do well when the light is on. And that's another thing that's going to contribute to the wrath. Matter of fact, continue on. It says, but he saved the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. See? Because that's ultimately what it's going to lead to. This man being exposed, now he's going to try to kill you. And this is the desperation of the devil. This man's finna come out to the poor and needy. The people that have been downtrodden and beaten. We have no resources. We ain't got a seat in the UN. And this nigga coming after us, man. That's why it tells you the unjabbed is the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Natives. You going after somebody that ain't got a standing military. But guess what? It tells you how about Shema Shah is going to deliver us from these things, man. I don't care if you on your last leg, nigga. It's time for you to go, man. And that's what we witnessing now. The desperation of the devil. This man's about to kick the bucket. He acknowledging it, and we're going to see it play out. Ultimately, you're going to know then that Esau know he's about to fall when the military come for him. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to deliver us, man, from these things. Especially Esau Edom himself, man. So yeah, I just hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach the word in our true faith and sincerity. DTA.